Hello, everyone. Welcome back for some more Kagetsu Tohya. The novel recommendation of the day is The Caves of Steel by Isaac Asimov. Okay. All right. We're back for some more Kagetsu Tohya. We're back for some more reading with some more of these side quests with Imogirisou. I don't know what that means. And this was one of the first ones I unlocked. So I have no clue what this is, but here we go with Imogirisou. Summer dusk. I was driving along Mountain Road with Akia, Hisui, and Kohaku-san into... Oh my god. Are we doing the camping trip? Because my cousin... Okay. Oh, frick, are we the weird big fat guy? Wait, no, was he the cousin? No, wasn't he meant to marry her? I don't know. Okay. Because my cousin Akia had wanted to go to the beach, being her partner, I came along as a guardian and as a driver. This forest sure is deep. We've already been in it for an hour and there's still no end in sight. Sitting in the passenger seat, Akia complained as usual. Okay, didn't know who it was. Oh, if you're like that already, what are you planning on doing from now on, Akia-sama? We still have to get past 5 more mountains before we can get to the main road. The person in the back with the map opened up as Kohaku-san. Shiki-sama, the next curve seems particularly harsh, so it might be best to slow down. Okay, so this is very clearly not canon and real because one cousin... 2. Shiki doesn't have his driver's license. Sitting next to Kohaku-san and acting as a navigator is Hisui. The two of them are maids working at the Tono house. On the road coming back from a little day trip. We left the beach in the evening, so by the time we had reached the mountain roads, it was already getting dark. Really, this road sure is gloomy. If I had known it was going to be like this, I would have opted for us to spend the night there. Akia is restlessly looking out at the window. Nissan always has a problem finishing. Why would you say that? Why would you say it like that? To choose the mountains as the way back, you're unfit to be my fiancé. Haha, that's good news. Then shall we cancel the engagement once we get back? What is going on? There's no way that can happen. Our engagement was decided upon by our parents, so we can't break it on our own. This is super an alternate reality. Akia turns her head towards the window. Jeez, you can't do that, Shiki-san. Don't make fun of Akia-sama so much. I hear Kohaku-san's laughter from the back. Akia and I have been going out since about a year ago. Oh, wow, we are in a super alternate world, huh? Nanaya Shiki. Having been born into a family with deep ties to the Tono family, one day suddenly became engaged to the lone daughter of the boss of the Tono group. Well, I figured that I was chosen because, having grown up with Akia as a brother, I had a good relationship with her. What? Why is it went from cousin to family to now, okay, as a brother. Not actually, okay. But the problem is that I still see Akia as merely my little sister. I don't know how Akia sees me, but the reason I can't openly say we're in a relationship is because of that reservation. Nissan, aren't we going a little too fast? Huh? You're right. Around here, we shouldn't be going so fast that a siren might go off. I slow down. We slowly pass the curve that's like a snake crawling along the road. That flower again. What is this music? Suddenly, Akia muttered to herself. Flower? Look over there. Can't you see it? There's a flower of an unusual color blossoming. Akia points to somewhere between the trees. Because I was driving, it didn't enter my view. That's an Imogirisou. Because it's as red as a pomegranate, it's easy to see from even far away. Wait, is that the one flower that's in like that's in Demon Slayer? Imogirisou. Is that flower, the kind of wispy one? Well, I type it in and it... Wait. I type it in and it autocorrects to Otogirisou, which is a visual novel produced by Chunsoft and is the first... I studied this! Okay, so I did a thing which was a paper in university on the origins of the visual novel because it was a class on novels, and so I kind of went into it. Okay, so is this whole thing is a joke about the first visual novel? Okay. Oh yeah, I read the synopsis. Yep, this is all an absolute parody of Chunsoft's Otogirisou, which is the first visual novel. And what does it say? It was later adapted into the film St. John's Wort. A sequel was produced in 2016 and serving as a crossover with and a prequel to the Danganronpa series? What the frick? Sorry, what? Imogirisou is a horror visual novel developed for Windows. The game is the second spin-off of Danganronpa, following Ultra Despair Girls. What am I reading? They made a sequel with the characters of Kyoko Kirigiri from Danganronpa and the main character of Otogirisou. What the frick? I've just entered a rabbit hole. Okay, let's stop that. Okay. That's not a real flower because I googled it. It said, it gave me Kagetsu Tohya and then said, did you mean Otogirisou? Okay. Kawaku-san is knowledgeable as usual. Imogirisou, you say? That's the first time I've heard that name. There's a different formal name for it, but around here they call that flower Imogirisou. Oh, so is the joke that because if Otogirisou is St. John's Wort, then okay. That name sounds like it has a story behind it. Akia looks at the flowers as if it was interested. Yasui listens to our conversation quietly. Then, Suddenly the accelerator pedal started to feel heavy. Oh boy. The car started to slow down before finally coming to a stop. Wait, why are you stopping? There's nothing to do here. No, that's not it. This is bad. There must have been a malfunction. Anyway, something's wrong. I'll go out and see what's wrong, so stay inside. I grabbed a flashlight and went outside. Outside the car, I could see that the stars were out. With no cars coming from the other side, no streetlights, the mountain was so still you could hear a pin drop. The darkness is oppressive. It feels as if the world beyond this car has disappeared. This is really bad. We can't even ask for help in a place like this. First, I opened the hood of the car. There's nothing wrong. A quick glance showed nothing that would cause something like this, and so I turned on the flashlight to inspect the trunk. At that moment, that was the laziest scare quote ever. Whoa! Nissan! Akia jumps out of the car. With my shaking hand, I point the light towards the back once again. There's no one there. The mountain road was so quiet it was scary. Nissan, did something happen? What are you doing sitting on the ground like that? No, it's nothing. My eyes must have made a mistake. I decided to check the area around the trunk. As expected, there's nothing strange. Gasoline. How did I not notice it until now? The road behind us is splattered with dark spots. The gasoline had been leaking out. This is really bad. No matter what, we can't start the car and we can't get any reception for our cell phones here. We fell silent in front of our stopped car. Really, this is unbelievable. If the gasoline was leaking, you could have told just by looking at the meter. That's a thing. The meter still says we got a full tank. It must have been broken from the very beginning. It must have been broken to say that. Is this the time to be calm, Nissan? In this situation, we can't go anywhere all night. I don't want to sleep out in these mountains. This is all your fault, Nissan, so move the car using your willpower or something. Akia-sama, please don't be so harsh. It's not like Shiki-san had any ill will. Yes, if anyone is at fault, that would be me, who rented the car. Once Hisui quietly lowered her head, Akia couldn't respond and had to stop her complaints. Anyway, we're really in a lot of trouble. The clouds look strange and I think it's going to start raining. Since it's summer, we should be okay in the car, but it's so dark. We don't know what dangers we might encounter. Oh yeah, you know, all those dangers in rural Japan. Yeah, so many. You know, there's like wolves. Oh wait, no, they're extinct. You know, people with guns. No, it's not. Wait, what? I should have stopped there, but I inevitably, 1. In cases like this, the man is the first one to die, I thought, and 2. I shivered as I thought about what I just saw a while ago. Wait, Did I not choose that? Okay. Okay. There's choices, but we don't make them. That's kind of funny because it's like you're following the path. Shiki-sama, what do you think is that light over there? Light? What are you talking about, Hisui? A light in this kind of forest? There it is. It's far away, so it's hard to tell, but it looks like light from a lamp. There's no doubt. Yet you're amazing, Hisui, to find such a small light like that. Yes. Once the car stopped, I thought I saw a shadow of a house far away. Really? And then it settled. It doesn't look too far away from here, so let's explain our situation and borrow a car or something. Let's. When in trouble, people should help each other out. Kawaku-san brings her hands together as if happy. The three of them have a lot of willpower. Well, it'd be worrisome to leave these three in this dark mountain, so it'd be best for the four of us to move together. This is definitely play into tropes. We leave the road and go into the forest. In front of is me, of course, and in order to make it easy for the three in the back, I walk while cutting away the leaves. I'm thankful that we can see a light, but the forest at night gives me a bad feeling. On top of that, I was so hungry I couldn't stand it. Couldn't forget that the too realistic mistake that my eyes made a while ago. I'm just going to click far away. Couldn't forget the too realistic mistake that my eyes made a while ago. Shiki-san, is something the matter? No, it's nothing, but more importantly, be careful, Kawaku-san. The path is a bit mushy around here. It's like British peas. Pass through the forest while pulling aside the vegetation. That's blood! Up ahead, it was an absolute sea of blood. My mind freezes. It looks so fresh I can only stand still without screaming. Wow, the blooming is so beautiful! Behind me I heard Kohaku's voice. Imogirisou? What looked like blood were actually red flowers. Because Kohaku likes flowers, she is happily picking them. Now that I look at them, they're surprisingly beautiful. I thought it would make me feel uncomfortable because the red was so vibrant, but it's not too bad. The other two follow behind Kawaku-san along the flower bed. If I stay like this, the other three will leave me behind. I purge the recent image from my head and carefully walk towards the flower bed. Shiki-san? Whoa! What is it, Kawaku-san? Don't surprise me like that. Shiki-san, you were surprised? No, that's not it. But what did you want to say? Did you see something? No, it's nothing like that. I was just wondering if Shiki-san knew the fable that involved the Imogirisou. Kawaku-san, who is smiling brightly. There are three bad things about this person, and one of them is that she is someone who really likes ghost stories. But not the dub version. I don't know it, why? There's a fun story about this flower. Once upon a time on this mountain there lived two sisters without parents. These two looked so similar that apart from them, no one could tell who was the older sister and who was the younger one. This sounds familiar. Huh. Feel like I might have heard that one before. But you know, one day, the older sister caught the eye of their feudal lord. I'll come back to take you in 7 days, so prepare until then, the lord told the older sister. When the little sister found out, she tied her sister up and locked her up inside the house, and then she pretended to be her sister and went to meet the lord. That's too bad, so what happened next? What do you mean, what next? To the younger sister, her older sister was now an annoyance, you know. So she hired bandits and had them assault her tied-up sister. Was the older sister killed then? No, you see, this older sister was a very strong person, so she managed to gain the favor of the bandits and managed to survive. But not just stopping there, by using trickery to gain even more influence, she attacked the castle where her sister was living. Suddenly, the story became completely ridiculous. With spirit-like storm, the bandits captured the castle, and the older sister slashed the neck of her younger sister who had trapped her before. But the young sister had built a machine inside the castle so that it collapsed with the bandits within it. And so they say that because of these two sisters, this country collapsed. I see. But where in the story is the Imogirisou involved? Kawaki-san smiled in a way that might or might not have had meaning and ran towards the other two who were ahead. Cool. That story made no sense. Once we passed the flower bed, the house was in sight. This door is magnificent. Once I saw that, I wanted to well out, "Welcome to the Lili spot." What does the frick does that mean? I wonder why there is such a magnificent house in the middle of the forest. Yeah, there we go. I knew that'd be the right one. Huh? What's the matter, Akiha? Are you tired from the hiking? Yeah, no, it's nothing like that. It's just that well, I got a bad feeling when I saw this gate. As if something scary will happen if we go into this place. I get a feeling like that. It's strange to think about a place that I'm seeing for the first time. Akiha lightly tilted her head and put her hand against the gate. The firm gate, as if greeting Akiha, opened. At this point, we had selected a path with no return. Maybe we were caught by a thorn of horror. Without even knowing the fate that awaited us, we had stepped into this cursed estate. Oh, jump scare. Imogirisou. The lights were on inside the house. This must be what history found and we saw. Nissan, we should first introduce ourselves. Yeah, the lights are on, and with a place like this, I think we might be able to borrow a car. Even if we couldn't do that, just being able to borrow the phone would be more than enough. A knock on the front door. There's no answer. There doesn't seem to be any sign of anyone either. The two coolly judged the situation. Well, that couldn't be. The lights are on, so there must be someone inside. As I wanted to believe that, I stubbornly kept knocking on the front door. Knock, 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 knock. No matter how many times I knock, there is no answer. Nissan, it looks like they might not be home, so shall we go back? This house is probably a vacation home, so there might not be anyone in normally. For some reason, Akiha says something so weak. That may be the case, but there's no house besides this one. We only need to borrow the phone, so somehow... Maybe we can get inside, I said, and placed my hand on the door. Ah! Without even a creak, the front door opened freely. This house is so magnificent as to rival Akiha's. It looks very similar, huh? That's true. I don't get the feeling of being in a stranger's house. Stop, all three of you. It's inconsiderate to go into someone else's house while they're absent. Now, don't be so rigid. We're only going to borrow the phone, so if we explain, they'll understand. We didn't come here to steal anything aside from minutes on the telephone. That's the case, but even so... Akiha-sama, when the situation has come to something like this, it is not the time to argue. Please don't make it too difficult for Shiki-sama. Hisui said. This is quite something. That Hisui would lecture Akiha, this could be a first. What? Hisui, as a mere employee of mine, you're going to lecture me? I simply spoke the truth. I believe that Shiki-sama's actions are most appropriate right now. Hisui answers politely. The mood between Akiha and Hisui somehow became grim. Ah, here. Shiki-san, Akiha-sama, there's a phone here. Having gone past the lobby at some point, Kohaku's voice came from the right. Now, both of you, Kohaku-san says that she found a phone. Don't needlessly get your face all red and let's go. Hisui walks normally while Akiha walks as if forced. Stretching a bit. Just like the lobby, the living room had been well taken care of. Whoa, they have a very nice sofa. I feel like all the stress of travel has gone away. Kohaku-san speaks while sitting and hopping up and down on the sofa. Wait, Kohaku, jumping around and making a ruckus at someone else's house looks bad. Is that right? It might be this house, but for some reason... Yeah, I don't get the feeling of being in someone else's house. The various everyday items are even similar to those of Makihisa-sama. I think Akiha was feeling that too. She turned her face and shut her mouth. Now, the phone. The one in the living room is an old-fashioned black phone. I pick up the receiver and turn on the dial. Huh? That's strange. I don't hear anything. I turn the dial once more. I don't even hear a beep from the dial tone. When I look closer, there is no cord on this phone. What's going on, Shiki-san? Kohaku-san brings her face up to me from behind. That is, on this phone, the cord. I pick up the black phone and show her the bottom. The phone cord that should be there was not present. It's wireless. I wish she wouldn't say something stupid like that with a genuine-looking face. That's not it. How can an antique like this be wireless? This is no more than a toy. There must be a real phone around here, so let's look for it. I put down the phone and spoke to everyone. Just then. Ring, ring. The phone began to ring. Everyone's face freezes. Wait, Nissan, that phone can't be used. Yeah, that's true, but... Ring, ring. The phone keeps ringing. The sound gave me such a bad feeling that I couldn't possibly let it keep ringing. I was reminded of that mistake my eyes made a while back. I couldn't stand it because the sound felt like it was bringing something bad. Shiki-sama? Isui's wavering voice. Ring, ring. I prepared for the worst and picked up the receiver. Hello? We are calling about your car's insurance. On the other line, I could hear someone's strange breathing. Hello? Who is this? I was scared, so I involuntarily shouted. The breathing becomes louder. With a click. There is no going back. Those words were said. Whoa! It's such a lame sound. It's so lame. It's the lamest sound. Kya! The lights went off. Akiha! Hisui! Kohaku-san! I quickly run towards the three people. Nissan, what is going on? I don't know, maybe it's a blackout. Anyway, be calm. Just be sure to hold hands with Kohaku-san and Hisui. Saying that, I also grabbed someone's hand. Oh, frick. Whose hand? Finally, my eyes became accustomed to the dark. The moon is out, Akiha shouts. The hand Akiha was holding was mine. It was Nissan's hand. As if embarrassed, Akiha let go of my hand. Nissan? Nissan! Hisui looks around the living room in panic. Hisui, what's going on? Nissan's disappeared. I was definitely holding her hand until just now, but she's gone. I quickly look around the room. It's dark, so it's hard to tell, but I definitely can't see Kohaku-san's shape. Kohaku-san, where are you? Please answer, Kohaku-san. Even if I yell, there's no reply. This is bad. I'm not sure about the situation, but I felt that it might be very dangerous to leave Kohaku-san alone in this house. She might jump on more furniture or play their Dreamcast. Just then, something. Above us, the sound of something being dragged. Shiki-sama just now from the second floor. Yes, there was definitely some noise. Without speaking, we look at each other. Let's go check out the situation. It might be Kohaku-san. We went to the second floor of the house. Maybe the electricity was completely out. The only thing lighting up the house was the moon. I think the sound came from there. Hisui walks along the dark hallway. Following behind her are Kia and me in that order. There was another noise. Definitely it came from behind the door in front of which Hisui was standing. Both of you get out of the way. I grab the door handle. The door opens easily. It was a rather dreary-looking room. I would call it melancholy, but anyway, it was a dreary-looking room. Inside the room was just a bed, and the rest were just red flowers scattered all over the floor. The flowers are the ones called Imogirisou. Kohaku? Akiha spoke. We definitely heard a noise, but there was no one in the room. Shiki-sama, Akiha-sama, this way. As if she had discovered something on the wall, Hisui waved her hand at us. What is it, Hisui? This. Hisui pointed at a calendar hanging on the wall. The calendar was from 10 years ago. But as if someone was keeping the months correct, it was open to August. Furthermore, on the incorrect day of the week, there was an X mark on the 10th of August. August the 10th would be today. Without answering, I read the small letters written below it. Below the X marked August 10th. Comic Market 60, first day. It's literally labeled for Comic Cat. Shiki-sama, not there. Oh, that's right. Embracing myself below the X marked August 10th. This is really funny. Akiya, Shiki, welcome. How could this be? Why are my and Nissan's names here? I can't speak. We came upon this house by accident. Then how is something like this here? Shiki-sama, something has been bothering me for a while. What is it, Hisui? Does Shiki-sama know the legend of Imogirisou? Oh, I know it. I heard it from Kohaku-san a while ago. Well, it's a story of two sisters who fought a long time ago. No, this one's different. The story Nei-san told you was an incorrect legend. The sisters who lived in this mountain a long time ago were protecting a drug of eternal youth. So fearing other people's greed, they lived in hiding in the mountains. Hey, Hisui, what's the connection between that story and this situation? Please do not interrupt. I am telling a story. However, that life did not continue for these sisters. Due to the older sisters not being cautions, this information got out. The sisters received requests from people to reveal the secrets of this drug. The older sister couldn't resist and said that the drug was produced in their own veins, and the little sister was killed by having her blood drained. It's a brutal story, but so where does the Imogirisou come up in that story? Hisui merely smiled as if hiding something and ignored my question. Hey, Hisui, you and Kohaku seem to know quite a lot about this flower. Then you must know the saying associated with it. Yes, the saying associated with the Imogirisou is definitely... You can't beat me! That is how I remember it. It's really absurd flower saying. But before that, Kohaku-san, the phone from a while ago, the lights, his calendar, this is definitely something strange about this house. We leave Kohaku-san alone, we don't know what will happen to her. So we need to find Kohaku-san as quickly as possible and get out of here. We throw away Nei-san and run, how about that? Hisui, I'm begging you, please stop telling jokes that are hard to understand. I apologize. I was just trying to lighten the mood. But, Nei-san, Hisui might be right. There's something strange about this house. Why don't we get out of here as quickly as possible? Idiot, we can't leave Kohaku-san behind. And we still have to find a phone. It's okay. If we're careful, we'll be fine. In Akiya's case, I would feel sorry for the attacker. Anyway, let's split up and search. Oh my god, you're so stupid. Oh, buddy, why would you do that? Why would you say that? You never say that. I'll search on the west part of the second floor, so Akiya and Hisui search the east side. Where somebody didn't gonna die. As soon as I was alone, I started to feel unbearably troubled. The body I saw on the mountain road, the phone that couldn't have rung, the red flowers that completely covered the floor, and the words written on the calendar, the house that almost seemed as if it had been waiting for us, and the disappeared Kohaku-san. It's because of the flower that is as red as blood. Kohaku-san had already been by someone's hand. Huh, no way. I throw away my nasty imagination. That's a cat noise. I hear some noise from outside the window. Could it be a bird? My man literally heard a meow and was like, "Is this a bird? Is this a bird noise? Could it be a bird?" I wonder and turn my head. That's a Kinoko Nasu. What? My eyes must be playing tricks on me. I decided to ignore it and continue searching the house. Why was it a Kinoko Nasu? Kawaku-san wasn't in the west rooms. However, there is exactly one room I couldn't get into. This is the only one that is locked. The door that won't open. It could be that Kohaku-san is trapped inside. That actually made me jump a bit, huh? What is it, Akia? Why do you come here so quickly? I turned towards the shadow of the person who had come. There. Ah! Whoa! The falling axe. The bloody man is coming at me, moving like a puppet. What? I fled like a madman. Ha! Ha! No, sorry, with those tildes, it's ha! 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 I run down the stairs. In the lobby was Hisui. Hisui! I take a few deep breaths and calm down. You're safe, thank God. This house is definitely strange. I don't know who's doing it, but someone is hiding behind the scenes and planning something. Hisui does not say a word. I become scared at the thought that something might have happened to Hisui. Told Hisui, this is fine, let's escape, just the two of us. Became scared at the thought that something might have happened to Hisui. Hisui? You're Hisui, right?
Hisui, you say? Who are you talking to? This man sure is careless.
Ha! You are not Hisui.
That's right. I'm a ghost attached to this house. Oh, welcome, my sacrifices. Welcome to my territory. Ha, 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 ha.
Ghost, don't speak such nonsense.
I won't even let one of you leave.
Hisui shakes her head as if insane. This is just too damn confusing. That's actually kind of creepy, actually.
Now, I'll start by beating Shiki-sama against the wall. Baby!
What? Whoa! Shaking her body violently, Hisui comes towards me, possessed. Paralyzed by this unsawn scenery, I cannot move. Watch out, Nissan. Whoa! At that moment, Akia's Rimon Chochu exploded. That was dangerous, Nissan. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. I'm worried about Hisui, who flew into the wall. Akia-sama, thank you for saving me from that ghost. Hisui slowly gets up. Really? Don't do things that make me too tired. Akia replies coolly. The two haven't been on the greatest terms since coming here. We return to the living room. Neither of them found Kohaku-san. Hey, Nissan, I get the feeling that I know this house. I don't know why, but I know the structure of this building. Akia speaks nervously. That's right. Akia said something like that when we first arrived here. That's just a feeling. Because strange things keep happening, it's not unusual to be nervous. You think so? It would be nice if you were right. Akia-sama, do you know the arrangement of the rooms in this house? Yeah, I don't know why, but I can picture it in my head. Then where would be a likely place for Nissan to be imprisoned? Nason, rather. I don't think she's on the second floor. Hisui, there's no way Akia would know something like that. No, I know it. Definitely behind the stairs, at the foundation of the rectangle, there is a way. There's a storage room inside there, so maybe. Akia looks at me nervously. Can't be helped. I'm a man. In a situation like this, I have to show them that I'm trustworthy. All right, then I'll go check on that. But it's definitely true that there is someone inside this house. It's dangerous to move about, so you two just wait here. The two nod their heads. I grabbed a knife that could be used as a weapon and headed towards the lobby. It's here. As Akia said, there was a door behind the stairs. And now we're in a hotel. The lights are on. The lights are on in the hallway. Even so, it is a gloomy pathway. Even though it's bright, the shadowy parts make me feel even worse. If I'm attacked at a place like this, it's over. I think of the bloody man I saw a little while ago. If those guys came from the front and the back, I have nowhere to run. I decided not to keep thinking about such a bad situation, too. Thought that even then, at least it's not a plum... at least it's not a plum sandwich. Decided not to keep thinking about such a bad situation. At least it's not a plum sandwich. At the dead end is a door. Could this be the storage room Akia mentioned? Preparing for the worst, I opened the door. Wow! Slam! I closed the door in panic. Could my eyes be playing tricks again? After calming my mind, I opened the door again. What? It's an outdoor bath. Oh. It's even filled with hot water. This is a new sprite. The water was clean and it felt like it could be used immediately. Kohaku-san! There was the fallen form of Kohaku-san who looked like she had fainted. I returned to the living room carrying Kohaku-san. I don't know if Kohaku-san was given a drug or something, but no matter how much I call her name, she won't wake up. This is bad. Is there no way to go on besides carrying her on my back? Thinking of the mountain path we'll have to go back through, it seems unbearable, but there is no other way. The dangerous thing would be if I were attacked by that bloody man while carrying Kohaku-san. Shiki-sama, Akiya-sama, the meal is ready. Huh? Meal? How? I requested it. We skipped dinner, and I thought Nissan might be hungry. The electricity was on in the kitchen, there was plenty of ingredients. But a meal in this kind of situation... Please eat. If you don't get the nutrition you need, you won't be able to use your strength when needed. That's right, Hisui's words are correct. Now that we found Kohaku, let's eat quickly and get back to the car. It can't be helped. Then let's have dinner. Oh god, it's Hisui's cooking. That's the scariest thing so far. In the kitchen is the meal that Hisui prepared. Really, there are things that don't need preparation, like bread and ham. Among those foods is a covered plate in the middle of the table. It's a silver platter covered by a dome, the type used for main dishes. What's going to be inside? What is that? That wasn't there before, Hisui. Yes, I also don't remember preparing that. The two tilt their heads in confusion. However, seeing the steam rise from it, it seemed that it had just been prepared and was still hot. I happily opened the lid, saying it's definitely something delicious too. Instead of eating something like that, wanted to eat the sleeping Kohaku-san. Now we're getting into vor? We're doing vor? Happily opened the lid, saying it's definitely something delicious. Happily opened the lid, saying it's definitely something delicious. Could it be steak? Definitely doesn't feel like dinner with just bread. I act selfishly, saying that I won't give anything to Akiha. Let's open the lid. Ah! Dead cat! Inside was the body of a cat. Whoa, what is that? It looked so fresh that I jumped back. The dead cat's eyes move. The cat whose neck was cut thoroughly upon seeing Akiha picked itself up and leapt. Ka! Akiha's scream. The cat jumped at Akiha and exploded on top of her head. Exploding cats. That's a thing people make board games for now. With a boom, blood and guts and flesh cover Akiha's body. What is this? This pisses me off. The uniform that has been covered by blood and guts. Akiha looks like she's about to burst in tears. Due to this additional accident in the cat's body, it seems that Akiha's reasoning is crumbling. I recall that hot springs from a moment ago consoled Akiha by saying that cats are quite delicious. Let's recall the hot springs. Recall the hot springs from a moment ago. Akiha, there's a hot spring inside. Is that true, Nissan? Akiha rejoices. If you want to use it, use it. I'll stand guard in front of the bath. Using it for a little bit should be fine. That's right. I'll watch over Nei-san, so Akiha-sama must go wash herself. That's a rather harsh way of speaking, Hisui. I only spoke the truth. The smell coming from Akiha-sama right now is something I cannot ignore. The two start their conflict again. Now we decided to go, so let's go, Akiha. Hisui, I'm depending on you to take care of Kohaku-san. Yes, I understand, Shiki-sama. Nissan, you're still there, right? Akiha's voice comes through the door. I'm here. Since I'm here, you can go ahead and go in feeling safe. I answer for the umpteenth time. Maybe she's nervous about being in that hot spring by herself, but Akiha called for me again and again. Nissan, I told you I'm still here. I won't go anywhere until you come out, Akiha. That's not it. What I mean is, wouldn't you also like to take a bath, Nissan? Akiha spoke while stuttering. Bath with Akiha? My head spins from this rather absurd request. Abrupt rather, reassured myself with the thought that it definitely was safer for us to be together. Reassured there's only one answer. Then pardon me. Even though we're supposed to be lovers, I somehow feel a bit shy. That sprite looks really bad. That sprite looks terrible. Why is your arm like that? Akia keeps her mouth shut and gazes at me. Oh, so cute. Due to embarrassment or maybe due to the hot water, Kia's face is completely red. Because even covered with a bath towel, her body was so enchanting. For the first time I registered, Akia was a woman who's not my little sister, which is strange becoming now that we're apparently engaged. Nee-san, aren't you coming in? No, I don't get particularly dirty, and if I become naked, I won't be able to protect you if something happens. So I'll just watch from here. Is that right? If Nee-san should do that, it'll make me feel safe, but... As if unhappy about something, Akia keeps looking in my direction. However, I couldn't take my eyes off Akia's skin. Decided to go in with Akia. Couldn't take my eyes off Akia's skin. Well, that's that, but you know, I'm surprised. Oh, what? Do you mean the cat from a moment ago? No. Even though we didn't see each other for only a little while, you've already become an adult, Akia. Now I can't keep treating you like a child, so I'm feeling nervous. Now that's a better sprite. You got the pinky out. Nee-san, this isn't the time to say things like that. Akia's attitude does a complete 180 degrees and she starts acting shy. You can't figure out that thing called a woman's mind. It's alright, since we found Kohaku-san, we just need to get out of here. On top of that, I get to see Akia's cute figure, so it would be rude to be nonchalant, you know? Wanting to put my tongue onto that pearly white skin, oh my god. Buddy, that's weird, bro. I shift closer. Nee-san, you mustn't. The scenario hasn't even turned pink yet. What the frick does that mean? It's best not to say words that you'll regret later. This story won't change no matter what anyone says. Cuckling, I get closer to Akiha. Just then. Kya. The sound of Kohaku's scream came from the lobby. Nee-san. I know. Immediately, I ran out the hot spring to the hallway. I ran at top speed to the lobby, and there was the shape of Kohaku-san, which had changed horribly. How could this? Just a few minutes. Well, distracted for just a few minutes, Kohaku-san would turn into something that couldn't be brought back. Hisui, right? Where's Hisui? I searched for Hisui. She has disappeared as well. I don't want to think about it, but she could have ended up just like Kohaku-san. How could this? Kohaku? Behind me was Akia, who had finished changing. It's a lie, right? But even just a moment ago. I have no reply to that. I could do nothing but simply look at Akiha. Nee-san. Suddenly, Akiha said something without any explanation. Akiha? What do you mean by Nee-san? I mean Nee-san. Now that I think about it, I had a twin older sister. You had an older sister? That's a bit of a sudden statement. Even though this is a parody, this is too much. It's no fun if you don't lay down any groundwork or foreshadowing. I don't care about that. I remember it. This is the house where my older sister lived, and I used to live here when I was young. I see. But that doesn't have anything to do with Kohaku-san being murdered. You're so dense. What I mean is the person who was trying to kill us is my older sister. Akia runs away. Her mind might be confused a bit. Anyway, she made the situation even more confusing. Wait, Akiha! Really, why can't anyone stay still? This is the complaint of all players. This is literally parodying a visual novel I haven't played. But at the same time, the tropes are so classic that at the same time, I don't think I need to. Though I think I will play it one day. Just to be like, I'm gonna play the first visual novel. Damn it, I lost her. Having lost the key, I found myself in front of the door from before that didn't open. I get the feeling that all the facts are hidden in this room. I cut the lock with my knife and went inside. It was some girl's room. Photograph. Look at this photograph. On the top shelf sits a photograph. With this house as the background, Akia who's laughing. But her hair was red, and I get the feeling that she was different from the Akia I knew. On the back of the photo, Tono Akiba was written. We're doing Akiba? Okay. Akia's older sister. Could it be that she really existed? Okay, so this would be a fun screen cap to send to someone just starting Tsukihime. Muttering that, I felt impressed by how good my timing was. Next to the photograph was an old diary. I decided to check its contents. Why? Why? Why is it that? Why is it you? Month X day, I tried eating udon and meat sauce. It was relatively successful. X month X day, came with the idea for a new product, delicious ice bar. No doubt it'll be a hit during the summer. I made a mistake. It was a diary, all right, but it wasn't one that had a mushroom mark on the cover. I decided to check its contents. What? Month X day, it's difficult to go to the mountain once a week. Father bought this place and treated it as a vacation home. Month X day, today I found out I had a sister. I was shocked that I who grew up as an only daughter, until now had a sister. However, when I asked my father, he replied that he didn't know and ended the conversation. Month X day, I saw her photograph. She really looks like me. At first I was only surprised, but now I've become interested in her. Father might object, but if possible, I would like to meet her. Month X day, today I went to a new hospital. It was a mental health clinic. Father scolded me, telling me to forget about my sister. He said that I can't meet her anyway. I think Father is hiding something. Triangle month, triangle day. I drew a long line. The line keeps going. Month X day, I saw her photo. I'm jealous. She looks so similar to me, but just because her hair color is different, she gets to go outside. When asked if I hated her, I honestly replied that he reused this idea. This later gets reused almost wholesale in Fate. Month X day, I got an opportunity to meet my sister. Of course, it's a secret from Father. I hated her, so I wanted to pull a prank. But when I heard the idea to switch places, I thought that would be fine as well. In order to do that, I have to kill every human around her. Month X day, I decide that tomorrow will be the day. The diary ended on August 9th, thus yesterday. Looking at the back of the diary, I can see a stamp saying Asagami Insane Asylum. Oh my god. This isn't a diary, it's an insane asylum notebook. This Asagami Insane Asylum is probably this house. Then I can understand why this house was built secluded in this mountain, since this kind of place is the best for isolating mental patients. Switch places with Akiha, my god. Saying that aloud, I get a subtle feeling that something wasn't right. It was as Akiha said, but in this diary there's one word that should be written that was missing. Shaky. Whoa, Hisui! You read it, Shaky. Wait, you're speaking a little weird, Hisui. Miss Akiha's order is absolute. Prepare yourself. Bloodthirst. Knowing Hisui's intent, I carefully take hold of my knife. Stop, Hisui, get a hold of yourself. There it is! I'm coming. Hisui takes a stance with her hands. It's the mystical technique. That moment, the entire world went white. There it is! Mutters Hisui. It's her super move for melting blood, finally. Stop it, Hisui. My stomach can't stand all the laughter. Give me a gif of that. It was impossible to dodge. In front of this truly marvelous, even worthy of calling ultimate attack by my enemy, my consciousness began to drift away. They literally gave her that and it shoots a fireball. And I've always wondered, and I was like, it's gonna come up one day. I saw the sprite of her doing the arm motion. I'm like, one day it'll come up. Little did I know it came up here. When I came to, I was in another room. Red light from a candle. It seems that I'm in a coffin. My hands and feet are tied up tightly and unable to move. Oh, I see that you are awake, Nanaya-san. Inside the room looking down at me was Akiha with the red hair. Are you Akiba? What are you planning, putting me inside a coffin like this? Asking these things even though I know the answer already. I really know how to keep this story going. Oh, don't you already know? Nanaya-san, is going to die here with Akiha. Since the two of you are in coffins, you will be cremated. Ho ho ho, laughs Akiba. Huh? Wait, you just said two of us. Yes. Next to Nanaya-san is another coffin. I don't even need to tell you who's in it, right? I listened carefully. I can definitely hear pain breathing from besides me. Are you in your right mind? Of course I am. I was curious, so I continued the conversation until now. I'm going to kill you and Nair-san and become Tono Akiha. Now, playtime is over. Akiba flicks her finger. I can hear the sound of something catching fire nearby. Goodbye. If you want to curse someone, curse yourself who chose Akiha, Nair-san. The coffin's lid closes shut. From outside I hear the sound of carpet burning. Inside the coffin it is already overwhelmingly hot. I suppose within a minute it will be engulfed in flames. Shit. Damn it, what do? I couldn't stand it, so I punched the coffin. I punched it. I can punch it? I guess I punch it. What is this? This rope is loose. Akiba, that bitch. She didn't have any experience with ropes, so she couldn't even tie it properly. No, more importantly, Akiha. I open the coffin next to me. The coffin that is full of Imogirisou. Inside it is... Hisui. Maybe he fainted from the heat. Hisui was lying unconscious inside the coffin. Her hands and feet were tightly bound with ropes. With the flames nipping closer, I untie the ropes as fast as I can. Without time to wake her up, I picked up Hisui and ran out of the room. Whoa, the fire even got here! The entire mansion was already completely engulfed in flames. If I don't hurry, we're done for! Damn! Kawaku-san! Kawaku-san's body was still at the same place in the lobby. I'm sorry, but right now I have to take care of Hisui. I can't possibly take Kawaku-san as well. Just then, from the lobby, I could see inside the living room. Akiha! Akiha obliviously looked at our direction. Too late. The fire spread quickly and the living room ceiling collapsed, crushing her instantly. Why now, even just for a moment? I confused Akiba for Akiha. I threw away that thought and was holding Hisui, I escaped from the mansion. It's burning. With Kawaku-san and Akiha, this old mansion is burning. I laid down Hisui on the grass and quietly looked at the scene. And... You can stop pretending to be unconscious now, Hisui. I said that to the girl behind me. I see that you noticed, Shiki-sama. I had an idea when I read that diary. Is that so? I guess we should have revealed that diary a little later on in the story. Oh, she's gonna be the sister, and Akiba are the same person. Hisui speaks flatly. That's right, and that diary was just one strange thing. It was a trivial, rather easy to ignore thing, but it caught my attention. That diary belonged to the girl named Akiba. Only the word sister was written. It didn't state which was older and which was younger. Akiba was in the clinic from the start, right? That was due to having multiple personalities. Yes. It was thought to be cured when she was young, but it came back a few years ago. Thus that diary. Its first half was written by the personality called Akiha, and the second half was written by Akiba, right? Furthermore, the one who told Akiha that she had an older sister named Akiba, and later told Akiba that she had an older sister named Akiha was... I can't figure it out. Why would you do such a thing, Hisui? To even recruit Kawaku-san to do something this crazy, there's no reason for it. Yes, there's no reason. You know, I just wanted to try controlling things from behind the scenes like Nair-san. Huh? As I said, I wanted to try controlling from behind the scenes like Nair-san. I also didn't like hearing that I was absent-minded compared to Nair-san, or that I had no specialty compared to her. I see. That was the motive? Hisui nods. Is that so? She didn't like being compared to Kawaku-san, so she planned this insane plot. Huh, to be honest, it's not that I don't understand Hisui, who has an older sister like Kawaku-san, but still, this is too much. And Shiki-sama, there's still one important thing that Shiki-sama hasn't realized. Something important? What is it? The title of the side story was Imogirisou, right? See? I'm also Nair-san's little sister. Are you gonna quibble with something like that, you idiot? I knew that from the beginning. Oh, because it's like Emoto? Okay. At that moment, Hisui frowns as if unsatisfied. Really, to kill Akiha and Kawaku-san for such a reason, I can't forgive something like that. Look, that burning sight. This isn't something that can be passed over as a joke. And having come to this point, the trailer was a lot more entertaining. Since the subject matter is a little crazy, there's no need for an appropriate story. Are you listening? With this, I feel sorry for all the contributors. Do we have no honor? Shiki-sama, shut up. Hisui's angry. She's doing it. Whoa, wait just a sec. Using that is not allowed. That doesn't make you look cool. I survived. I don't know why, but that attack of Hisui's goes straight to the brain. It could be that it's too funny. Shiki-sama. Shiki-sama said that it wasn't something that could be passed over as a joke, but the premise of this entire event was that it was a joke dreamt up by us. Shiki-sama might have forgotten it, but Akia-sama and Nei-san are... I thought I was going to die. Really, the production values were great, but this was too much, Hisui. Akia suddenly comes back to life. I concur. There's a lot of strength involved in Hisui-chan's scenario, so it's a pain to being up to that. Behind her, Kohaku-san was revived as well. Huh? However, now it's my turn. It might not be the same mansion, but mine is different. I'll share the results of this mountain of horror movies I prepared in preparation for this day. Now we're going, says Akia and points to the collapsed mansion. Cuckoo, the ground shudders, then it just raises back up. A completely new mansion popped up where the old one had been. I see. I finally understood. In other words, this is gonna be that this is another extension of a dream? That's right. As long as we're here, Nissan has to keep going through all the horrors we think of. You'll be released once we run out of ideas, so please try hard while waiting for the next one. For that time, rather. That's right. Now it'll be morning soon, so we're gonna cast you into a different role, Shiki-san. Alright, then Hisui-chan, I'm counting on you as always. Hisui nods. No, I don't want that anymore! I run. I flee by running. Whoa, did you come for me? The unendingly deepening universe of Hisui! Haha! Damn it, this background is unfair. With something that huge, not only my memory, but my entire mind is gonna collapse. What a stupid thing to do with your arms. Hisui doesn't listen to me. Furthermore... Really, what is this? This time I'm just taking on this role. Morning is close. The eastern sky is starting to lighten up. However, I don't think I'll wake up from this dream quite yet. Thus, I finally understood. No matter what kind of farce, a nightmare is a nightmare because you can't wake up. Anyway, this episode related to Imogirisou seems to have ended with this. It's over, right? Really, I'm begging you, please. And the funny thing is, the flowers literally meant nothing. Literally meant nothing. Like, they kept joking about it, but in the end, the flowers literally meant nothing. Well, that was something, alright. That was definitely something. And again, if I didn't know that it was if I didn't even know what it was a parody of, I probably would have figured it out because of the fact that it was literally following super generic tropes, right? Okay, well, what's the message now? Have you read it? Why does it keep doing that one? Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time as we move on to, I think next up is the Flower of Thanatos, which from what I've seen actually has a couple different endings, which is going to be interesting. We'll do them all when I get to them. I will pop a save. So we'll see you then for that, guys. Ciao.